Cybertruck.com website. This is Tesla Ken, and today I've got one of these center console docking stations. This was sent to me by our sponsor Teslovix, and I wanted to see if I could install it into my Cybertruck because I've got this locking security box that's here in the middle, which obviously the plug-in is further down below for that, and I've got the tray that has the additional power outlets that plug into the USB down here in the center console. So I thought, hey, what if I could also add this center console docking station? Well, we're going to give it a shot. So let's open up the box and take a look at what we got in here. First, there is this little safety item here that you can plug in that front plug, and then it has a little piece you can pull out, so you can insert that in. And that's kind of a nice little extra add-on so that, I don't know, small children or I don't know what else might be sticking their fingers into outlets. Let's hope that nothing else happens like that. But and then we've got the actual console piece itself. So I will pull that out a second. Looks like it's wrapped up, and here's the plug for it. Now, so the one concern I have by having this box is that box has a notch in it that you can see right there. I don't know that that notch is big enough for this cable. I'm pretty sure it is not big enough for this cable. So I may have to get a file out and notch that a little bit further so that that cable will come through. But give me a moment and I'll get this completely unwrapped out of the box and see if I can't figure out if that is going to be enough. But I honestly don't think it is, because I have this USB-C cable there that was running up that slot for powering the USB accessories here in that tray, that front tray insert, and I'm pretty sure that was a tight fit. So where I'm going to get the the 110 thicker cable, I will either have to cut maybe another notch or see if I can do something up towards the front. There's no gap up front here. Let's see if I can't lower the camera down in there. Yeah, see, there's no gap up front. I wish there was, because that would be an easy place to do it, but that doesn't mean that I can't take this box out, get out some of my power tools and go to work on making a notch. Okay, so I decided just to do kind of a brief test fitting here of this piece, and I just lightly put that little plug item in as well too. It fits pretty snugly, but when I come in here, of course, what I notice is, if I have my USB cable plugged in to go to that tray, there's no way that cable is going to fit in that additional slot. Plus, this plug wants to plug in up in the front down below. So I think what I am going to do is pull out this piece and cut a small notch up here for this cable to go into. I really think that's probably the best solution. I mean, obviously, if you don't have this security box in your center console, you don't have this problem. You just lower the cable in there and plug it in. But, thanks for me wanting to have a lot of things in this Halo Cybertruck. I'm going to have to do a little extra work. So stand by while I get to work on that. Okay, so I have plugged in this center console docking station. You can see it lights up. Has these, I don't know if you can change or turn off those color lights. I will have to see if it says something in the directions about that. I see there's a button on the front right here, and when you press that button, it changes what you see up here. So like right now, I'm just getting kind of like a twinkle effect. I press it again, it looks like it's rainbow coloring across. I press it again, looks like it's out. Oh no, now it's just cycling a color. So is it the same color? No, it looks like it cycles through them. If I go again, now that's maybe off. Okay, so you do have some choices there. You don't have to have it on all the time. That looks like it's just lit up white. That's lit up red. It's lit up green. Goes with my other green, and sort of goes with my other green interior and green LEDs, so might keep it on that. Also notice too that it does tell you the wattage that's being drawn. So like right now I have my phone plugged in, the one that I'm shooting video with. I plugged it into one of these retractable cables that comes out to my phone, and it's drawing a little over 20 watts. I think the Samsung, the Max charge is 25 watts. The other thing is I can put this tray in here and have it plugged in down below. Now, of course, I don't have that security box back in, so I was looking at what I needed to do in order to get that box back in, and obviously for this tray to come out, and I'm going to have to, cut a little slot so that these wires are able to come up. There is not a lot of extra cable from where that's plugged in to come up here for this new docking station. So I'm going to have to trim some things off the front face of that security box and see how that plays out. But I did want to at least plug this in and see if it works. It so far does. At least checking the charging here, going through the lighting setup, etc. All seems to be good at this point. So, all right, give me a few minutes and I'll get to work on that security box and see if I can't adapt that for this type of installation. Okay, I'm back, and I just thought I'd show something here where I've got the tray pulled out because I wanted to show you modifications to this lockbox. So for one, I cut a notch here for the power cable that comes up for that front power piece, and then I cut another notch here opposite of the one that comes from the factory right there, because this was actually closer to where the cable needed to be for this tray to work properly. I also notched the front of this tray slightly because you do have the power cable here that's running down below. So with all those things notched, then I can get everything to fit in. So give me a second. I will pull this up. Let's see. I'll put it right there. This is in. That's in. Looks like everything's good. Now this piece, I do need to put the right adhesives down below on the bottom side. I need to peel those red strips off, have it adhere so that this doesn't move back and forth. But otherwise, everything's looking good. I've got both of those items working. Obviously, we'll have the power adapter here on the power plug here on the front. I'll have the cables here. You've also got the USB plug here if you want to plug in both A and C. And then, of course, I've got the little cables that come out that retract. So they're on the little retractor things here that would slide back in, and then this is what I've actually have been plugged in. So you see we're not drawing any wattage. If I plug this into my phone, it looks like, let's see, how much are we drawing? Well, we should be drawing, it says 9 watts. So I'm assuming it's because my battery is getting close to full that Samsung tapers the amount of charge that the battery is pulling, much like a Tesla does. So anyway, I'll peel off these stickers, get everything buttoned up, and come back for a few final thoughts. All right, I'm back with a few final thoughts on that center console outlet adapter. So let me open up the car, show you here as it comes on. One of the things that also comes on automatically is the outlets. So in case you were wondering about that, you would simply choose outlets and make sure you have it enable cabin outlets on entry, in which case this will light up, if you have it set to light up, of course, and these will all be active. So now I've been using this for, I don't know, month and a half or so, and wanted to say so far it's been great. I particularly like the high-speed one that sometimes I'll physically plug into as opposed to doing the wireless charging. I've plugged a couple of things into these different outlets, and again, so far it's been great. I haven't had any issues with it. There's no overheating. There haven't been any times when it hasn't come on or hasn't charged or functioned the way it's supposed to. I still have items in here that, this is still plugged in down below. Everything still works. So just some final thoughts that I think this is a great addition to the Cybertruck to help move, your 110 outlet up front if you need it, to give you some high speed charging up front, easy access to the ports, etc. And wanted to thank our sponsor Teslovix for sending this item to test out in the Halo Cybertruck. Before I forget, please do subscribe to this blog and to our YouTube channel. There's links on the halocybertruck.com website to subscribe to the website blog, so you'll get email notices when new articles like this one publish, as well as you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and get information there as well. This is Tesla Ken for the halocybertruck.com website, saying stay tuned.